Hi, my name is Isa Valdez, and welcome to Evolve the podcast. Each week, I will give you tips and tricks on how you can start a business, make it successful, and keep it going. Listen to my journey as I become a self-made entrepreneur at 36 and counting. This is Isa Valdez, your host of Evolve the podcast, and this is episode 8. 5 more episodes left, and we would have completed season 1 of the budding entrepreneur that I am, that I became to be, and counting. In my intro, I didn't realize that I was 36 years old when I first started my first business. And it has been a journey. It has been a journey of laughter and crying and being unsure of what is next. And I have allowed myself to navigate through all of that. And I thank God, because if it was not for the Lord, I promise you I would not be able to do it. I couldn't handle it. And the reassurance of good friends. And last episode, you heard me talk about evaluating your friend list and evaluating what you need in a friend. It's very important for us to sit down, have quiet moments, and plan out our lives, right? Plan them out by detail. The Bible says if you write the vision and make it plain, it will speak for you. It is so very important to plan your life, set goals for your life, pray over your goals, pray over your plans, and ask the Lord to order your steps. So this topic today is good friends we've had and good friends we've lost along the way. But don't forget, I want you to listen to all of the other podcasts that I've dropped, all of the other episodes that I've dropped, so that you can be ready for the next episode and you will be all caught up. So just catch up with all of the episodes and leave me a 5-star rating, because I know if you're coming back, that means you love to hear my voice and to hear my stories. So I also have an ebook. I want you to go on to the Amazon link. You can just type in my name, Isa Valdez, in Amazon, hacks, income torrents, and you will find a little ebook with my name on it. I have a hard copy, and if you want a hard copy, I want you to send me an email. My email is evolve@isavaldez.com, and my website will be coming soon with lots of resources. I have tons of journals. I have books that I've written. I have journals that I've created, manuals. Everything for the budding entrepreneur will be on that. I have a shop with, some merchandise that I'm selling. I'm trying to be the budding entrepreneur and, for myself as well. But, again, I digress. The website will be up soon. We're working on it feverishly, and I thank my entire team. You guys know who you are. You help me with everything, website and the hosting. I'm not going to call your names unless you tell me to. I have a wonderful team of people in the background. I have wonderful staff. They are awesome. One of them said to me today, you have a dream team, right? And I said, really? It's always good when they know it. They know that they are an asset to me and the work that I have them to do. And I just, I'm grateful for every time the Lord puts somebody in my life. It's for my good, and I'm thankful for that. And so good friends we've had and good friends we've lost along the way. So this is episode 8, and I want to talk about a friend that I want to say she was with me from the beginning. We were college friends. We were like 2 peas in a pod. I promise you, 2 peas in a pod. We prayed, we laughed, we had a good time. It was always a good time. We saw each other through trials and tribulations and boyfriends and exes and children and bad advice and good advice and driving on the highway and going here and going there. And, I remember telling her, you're going to be the Thelma to my Oprah. Because, at that time, I think they had gone on this road trip, right? What I've learned is that everything in our lives is a season. It is our job to realize what that season is and how to navigate through the seasons. And the friend that I lost during the process, in fact, I lost two friends that I thought were friends during the process of starting the radio station, really, really did something to me. When I lost them, it was like I lost my parent because of the type of relationship we had. We were good friends, And to me, I don't really know the whole story because behind why it ended, I know what my part was. I know what I did and what I didn't do, but I don't know why it ended. But I do know that sometimes relationships have to end, and that's friendships, right? I do know, and I'm not talking about life and death. I'm talking about being removed out of another person's life. And sometimes God gives us warnings. I'm not saying in this case it happened, but I'm just saying sometimes God gives us warnings. And sometimes there are relationships that end because God doesn't want it to happen, and it's not going to be beneficial to your life. So you'll have a big breakup and it would be so bad that there's no coming back from it. And those are the ones that you are warned about, right? So I want you to be aware of the relationships that you are warned about. And like I said, I'm not saying that happened in this case. I'm just, I'm talking because it came to my mind. But the friendships that we have started, friendships that we start our life's journey with, are not always going to be the same friends that we end up with. And I think that is true for me because when I began my journey, I began to pray and I told the Lord that, whomever you want to be in my life, let them be in my life. And who you do not want in my life, show me them. And that became evident when I lost friends. This one particular friend, after so many years, we came back together and the relationship is not the same. It isn't. Although we want to have good relationships, I've always long-lasting relationships, but that's not my call. My call is to come into your life, help you out, and keep it moving. Remember when I said in episode 7 that you have to evaluate what your friendships are? That is the key. I don't want to say it enough. Know what you need. So planning out your life, let's just say for the sake of argument, you want to build a house. You want to build a house to sell it. You write down all of the things that you need to build this house. You write down the carpet and the tile and the wood and the cement and the tie straps and the truss straps. You write everything down. And then you write down all of the master helpers that is going to make this house a reality and strong and build it to, hurricane proof, right? Or tornado proof or whatever kind of storm you living in, wherever you are, right? You need those master helpers. You need a helper for the carpenter. The carpenter always needs a helper. Electrician, you need an electrician. The electrician needs helpers. You need a plumber. The plumber always needs a helper. You need a mason. The mason always needs helpers because one mason can't build a house of bricks. You need a roof man. You need a tile man, etc. You write every single master helper that you need. Every single one. Skills. You need someone with skills. Write those down. Same thing for yourself. As you're planning out your life and you want to see yourself grow into a motivational speaker, you can't have friends around you who's telling you you're never going to be a motivational speaker, and you can be motivating them, but they're telling you what you're not going to be. That's not a friend that you need. You can write out a list of every type of friend that you need. You need someone to encourage you. You need someone who's going to wipe your tears when you cry. You need someone to hold your hand when you go into the doctor. You need someone to have a shoulder to cry on when you're burying a loved one, a parent, or whatever. These are the things that you need. You need to have a list to say all of the things you need. You need a friend who's going to encourage you, who's going to help you build your conglomerate. You need friends who can say, okay, this is what SEO does, and this is what SEO doesn't. This is what social media is, and how to use it, and work the algorithm, and this is how you not do it. So you need what people call a tribe. We all need tribes. And for you, whatever it looks like and how do you get there is two different things. So having a tribe of people means that you have to make a list. And once you've made that list, you can then scope around the friend list that you already have, or you can move into another friend list. But you need people around you. You need good friends. You need someone who you can just say, oh my God, guess what happened to me today? As an entrepreneur, you will have many of those moments. You will have those moments where you don't have anyone to turn to. You'll just sit down and cry. Men and women cry. Men probably don't show you. They'll go for a drive. They'll pick up a cigarette, maybe smoke it, or a cigar, go to the bar and take a drink, but they cry. Men and women cry. They do. When things don't go their way, they absolutely cry. They shed tears because they're human. And so everybody, instead of doing things that you're not supposed to do, find someone who you can talk to, who can talk you off the ledge, who can give you a prayer, who can pray with you, who can encourage you, because you have to be a fortified wall, an arsenal for an entrepreneurial journey. You have to be. And you have to surround yourself with those persons who can help you with that. And so friendships are very important. I want to say you just need a friend who can say, let's go for a drive, or let's go sit down by the beach, or let's go and sit down and have a fish. You know, you need those types of people in your life. And then when they've dropped you off, you are fueled up enough to start all over again, because the days of an entrepreneur goes from, let me say this, 4:59 a.m. one day to 4:58 a.m. the next day. So that means it's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week journey with mostly mostly sleepless nights, because you'll be thinking about, how am I going to do this? How am I going to show up? What is going to look like? And sometimes those, sleepless nights, you're going to need someone to pick up the phone and say, I can't sleep, help me. Or what do you think about this idea that I have? And sometimes those are for coaches as well. So if you need a coach, get a coach. If you need a mentor, get a mentor. There are tons of coaches and mentors out there that will help you see things that you do not see, right? So I see things that you may not see, and a coach will see things that you don't see. So we all need someone who can look above what is going on and say, here's how I think you should move. Then don't ever forget, always have to, when we're planning and making a list and planning out our friendship life, to include a prayer over it. So if I want to be friends with a billionaire, which everyone does, you write that down. What is a billionaire going to do for you? Is he going to give you good advice? Is he going to tell you how to invest your money? Is he going to tell you how not to spend your money? What is that billionaire friend going to do for you? You write that down. If you need a good marketing friend, you write down what that marketing friend is going to do for you. And it may not even be a friend. It may just be a relationship, a mutual understanding that, we're going to talk. You have to decide what that will look like for you. And so I want to encourage you to take a stock of your life and see where it goes. And remember to always plan. I have journals. I have books that you can write in that can help you plan out your life. Just let me know. Again, the website will be up with all of the resources that I've created for the budding entrepreneur. And if you're looking for some kind of resource, you can always email me at evolve, EVOLVE, at isavaldez.com. And I will be more than happy to help you along your journey. Remember, I have in the previous episode 7, a website with tons of resources for grants. And if you want that website, you can email me at evolve@isavaldez.com. And so tune in next week as I dropped episodes 9 and 10 on how do you know for sure if you're supposed to be doing what you are doing. So thank you for listening, and remember to give me a 5-star rating, and have a great night or evening from wherever you're listening. And I thank you for tuning in, and I thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Have a good night, good day, good morning. Hi, my name is Isa Valdez, and each week I will give you tips and tricks on how you can start a business, make it successful, and keep it going. Listen to my journey as I become a self-made entrepreneur at 36 and counting.